A phobia is an irrational fear of an object, situation, or a living thing. While most people heard of common phobias like fear of heights or fear of spiders, there are many fears that sound quite funny, especially when you hear about them for the first time. Here's our list for the 10 funny phobias you did not know about. Number 1. Omphalophobia, or the fear of belly buttons. People with omphalophobia will avoid seeing or touching belly buttons, even their own. They might even put a bandage over their belly buttons to avoid looking at it. They will often avoid places where belly buttons might be exposed, like the beach. Number 2. Plutophobia, or the fear of money. Many people probably wish they had more money, but plutophobia is a fear of money or wealth. People with plutophobia may fear becoming wealthy themselves or have a fear of wealthy people. Generally, they dread money itself and having to deal with the money. Number 3. Pogonophobia, or the fear of beards. This usually stems from an alarming incident with a bearded person. It could also arise from a person not liking that beard hides someone's face. People with pogonophobia will avoid people with beards and may even have anxiety while looking at the picture of someone with beard. They usually will not be friends with someone who has a beard and will feel extremely nervous while talking with someone who does. Globophobia, or the fear of balloons. The level of fear varies from person to another, from avoiding being near balloons to avoiding places with balloons altogether. In some people, the fear is so great that even seeing a balloon on television triggers intense anxiety. This phobia can be especially hard for young children, as balloons are often present at children's birthday parties. Xanophobia, or the fear of color yellow. People with xanophobia are usually afraid of any object that is yellow, such as school buses and flowers. People with xanophobia may avoid color yellow at all costs. This phobia tends to interfere with everyday life, as yellow things can be found everywhere. Number 6. We have a very special gift if you can pronounce the name of our next phobia.
Hippopotamus esquipedaliophobia.
As you heard, it is the fear of long words. Ironically, it's also the longest word in the dictionary. This phobia is thought to develop from being embarrassed by pronouncing long words incorrectly. This may happen while reading aloud in front of a class as a child. This phobia can also be common in people with dyslexia. Linophobia, fear of strings. A person with linophobia will have an extreme reaction even when thinking of a string, let alone seeing it in person. People with linophobia will avoid string or anything having to do with the string, such as sewing or tying shoes. Genuphobia, or the fear of chins. Yes, chins. That small body part attached to the lower part of your face. Further phobias of seemingly innocent body parts include fear of knees, fear of hands, and fear of elbows. As these phobias can make normal social interactions extremely difficult, treatment through therapy is highly recommended. Number 9, and probably one of the funniest sounding phobias. Arachibutyrophobia, or the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. While this phenomenon has happened to everyone at one point or another, people with this phobia are extremely afraid of it. The severity of this phobia varies from one person to another. Some people with this phobia may be able to eat small amounts of peanut butter, while others will avoid eating peanut butter all the way. Or even anything with the consistency of peanut butter altogether. Now we come to our number 10 on the list, which is Phobophobia, or the fear of phobias themselves. Phobophobia is the fear of phobias. This can be described as a free-floating anxiety, where a person spirals in a circle of anxiety from fearing fear itself. In that respect, it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Phobophobia is commonly co-diagnosed with other types of specific phobias, and it is often associated with anxiety disorders. People with phobophobia will avoid social situations or situations that can lead to anxiety. When extreme, it will greatly interfere with an individual's everyday life. So tell us, which one of these did you find the most interesting? You can write it down below in the comments. Support our channel by liking and subscribing.